After the 2026 Winter Games, Milan's Olympic Village will become subsidized housing for locals. The 2026 Winter Olympic Games take place in Milan, Italy, and surrounding areas, with 6 Olympic villages planned across northern Italy to stand out as uniquely sustainable. In the heart of Milan, the main Olympic Village is not only being constructed on an abandoned railway yard. Once it's done housing Olympians, it will also be converted into student housing and provide 1,700 beds, including subsidized options to locals. And in Cortina, a temporary village will be constructed and then removed post-games to restore the area as an open, natural space. Why is this good news? While cities where the Olympic Games are hosted see a huge influx of visitors and economic boosts, much of the construction that goes into preparing them to host various sports can be wasteful. It's exciting to see that the hosts are taking this into consideration when building for the Games. In New York, researchers are spending 4 M to study your garbage. Here's what they hope to find: a school bus driver knits hats for every student on her route to fight clothing insecurity and show she cares. Tina Hutchison has been a school bus driver for the Putnam City School District in Oklahoma for over a decade, and she's been a knitter and crocheter for over 50 years. After her daughter gifted her a knitting machine that has made it easier to keep up with her hobby. So much so, Hutchison decided to make a hat or scarf for every student on her bus route using colors they've picked themselves. I just don't want nobody to be without, especially when they are riding with me, Hutchison said. She drives around and knitted students to school every day and has knit and distributed 23 hats to elementary schoolers so far. Thousands of strangers raised over $1.7 million to help an 80-year-old veteran retire on December 1. Social media influencer Samuel Weidenhofer posted a video interviewing 88-year-old Ed Bambaz, who works as a cashier at a major grocery store in Detroit. Bambaz told Weidenhofer he lost his pension and health insurance around the same time his wife was sick, and he sold his home to cover her health care costs. She passed away 7 years ago, and he's working to pay off his debts. Thousands were moved by Bambaz's story, and the video went viral, gaining 8 million views, and donors gave more than 1.5 million in 3 days. In total, over 1.7 million was raised to help Bambaz retire, in what Weidenhofer said was one of GoFundMe's largest ever individual fundraisers. Why is this good news? While no person, let alone a veteran, should find themselves in this type of situation, it's an encouraging reminder of the generosity and goodness of human beings. More than defeat, some of them came together to help Bambaz. A couple sheltered 50 people fleeing San Jose mass shooting in their home. They were like angels. Measles deaths have declined by 88 globally since 2000, saving nearly 59 million lives thanks to global vaccination efforts. There's been an 88 drop in measles deaths between 2000 and 2024. The measles vaccine has saved nearly 59 million lives in that time frame. An estimated 90,000 people, mostly children under 5 years old, died due to measles in 2024, among the lowest annual death tolls recorded since 2000. It's still heartbreakingly high for a preventable disease with an effective, low-cost vaccine available. While deaths declined, cases have risen. Except, notably, in Africa, which saw a 40 decline in cases from 2019 to 2024 and a 50 drop in deaths over the same time period. Connecticut pioneered a model to directly develop solar for towns, schools, and low-income housing to lower energy costs. Connecticut Green Bank was the country's first green bank, and its solar marketplace assistance program Plus has deployed $148 million on nearly 54 megawatts worth of solar projects in sectors that private lenders and developers would typically avoid because of perceived risks or low returns. The revenues it generates from its projects are used to expand a pool of capital to fund other projects and help the state achieve its clean energy and environmental justice goals. Despite being the third smallest state, Connecticut is now ranked 5th in the country for solar capacity installed on K-12 schools. It's second behind only Hawaii in the percentage of K-12 schools with solar. Why is this good news? With federal clean energy tax credits disappearing and energy costs on the rise, making the switch to solar for cities, states, schools, and even individuals is increasingly challenging. This new approach makes it more accessible and could be a model for other states to follow. No more heart vs. head. New study shows how empathy and reasoning both inspire us to help others amid dwindling national investment. Portland is giving out $4 million in clean energy grants. Portland just approved $4.4 million in funding for non-profit-led projects that will help the city reduce its greenhouse gas emissions and advance the clean energy transition over the next 5 years. The projects tackle building more affordable and energy-efficient homes, workforce development, helping residents access electric vehicles, and more. It's all being doled out through the Portland Clean Energy Fund, a first-of-its-kind voter-approved climate action program. The city has so far allocated $1.71 billion in PSEF funding, supporting over 202 non-profits with 380 in total grants awarded. Billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott donated $7.1 billion to non-profits in 2020, a significant increase in her annual giving compared to recent years. Mackenzie Scott announced a total $7.1 billion in donations to non-profits in 2020. In 2023, Scott donated $3.6 billion total, and in 2023, $3.1 billion. With this year's donations added in, she has donated $26.3 billion since 2019.
This year, her giving was largely focused on DEI causes.
Notably, Scott's donations come as no strings attached gifts to their recipients. She's also often quiet about the gifts, and in this announcement wrote that any dollar